So people who haven't seen me in the last few months don't even recognize me anymore because my energy has shifted so dramatically since my breakup and the aftermath of the breakup that it's like I'm a whole new person. Hey, I'm Shauna, just a human in Los Angeles, here to help you pick up the pieces after your breakup. Today I'm going to talk about something that I wish I understood a lot earlier than I did. And I hope that by telling you this today, it's going to help you to recover faster and more profoundly than you ever could imagine. So here's what happened. As many of you know, I had this very devastating breakup last year. It started in June, and there were some relapses. We got back together a few times, and it was never healthy. And what happened was it was emotionally and mentally severely abusive relationship, and it sucked out my soul. It sucked out my soul. There was nothing left of me. I did not think I was going to survive. And let me be clear, when I say I didn't think I was going to survive, it's not because I was going to kill myself or anything like that. That's nothing that was ever on any level in my consciousness. But it felt as if I had died inside. It felt as if there was nothing left of me. And the truth is that in many ways, there was nothing left of me. I did not recognize the human being I had become, and neither did anybody who knew me or loved me. My family, my friends were worried about me. And I had, boy, there's no other word for it. I completely lost myself. You know, like in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and they show when his heart gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's how I felt. I mean, that's literally how I felt. I felt like my heart had died on the vine. And coming back was a very scrappy process. I'm talking 24/7. And if that sounds dramatic, I was playing audiobooks as I slept 24/7. I was bringing my iPhone in the shower with me to listen to audios and YouTube videos while I showered. So 24/7 is no joke. No joke at all. It took that much for me to find myself again. And here's what's amazing. I was in my deepest, darkest depths. Now, anybody who really knows me knows that I operate like way up here. I am a super high energy person. I am a super positive person. And when I went so deep into this hole, so deep to this place that just felt 100% hopeless, 100% helpless. Like I felt like I had no chance of any future. That's literally how I felt. I don't mean future relationships. I don't mean getting married or anything like that. I meant survival. I thought it was over for me. And I went so deep into that hole, and it was around New Year's that I decided this is not me. I cannot reside in this space anymore. I simply can't. I need to regain control over my life, and I need to recapture my soul. And so the really, really, really hard work began. And on many levels, I thought that I had surpassed sort of the basic level of the breakup just because I did not hold anger or resentment towards my ex. And I truly didn't. I never did for a moment. I understand with radical accountability that he is who he is, and I chose to stay. That's super important. I brought it on myself because I could have walked away. I could have walked away a lot sooner, and I didn't. That's not his fault. That's my fault. And I thought that by taking on this radical accountability and even maintaining love for him, and to this day, I have so much love for him. I really do. I know I can't have him in my life on any level. I know that I can't handle that kind of toxicity that we shared. And let me be clear, I don't consider people toxic. I don't consider him toxic, but our relationship was toxic. That's a fact. We just weren't good together. I don't have any other explanation for that. But I thought that because I was willing to let go, I was willing to forgive, I was willing to love, that I had healed. And that was a very, very important step. And it's a place that you absolutely need to get to, because your anger, your resentment doesn't hurt them. It only hurts you. It serves no other purpose but to destroy yourself. So let that shit go. But let me tell you, my work of self-improvement, of rediscovering myself, of re-empowering myself, of coming back to my biggest, baddest self, has taken me to heights I have never reached before in my life. This is so profound because I thought I was in such a good place before I met this guy. How is it possible that I'm in an even better place, like a place I never could have imagined now? And the answer is, the lower you go, the higher you bounce. If I were to take a tennis ball right now and just drop it on the floor, it's going to just sort of bounce away and peter away off the floor. But if I take that same tennis ball and I throw it with force onto the ground, it's going to bounce up and hit the ceiling. And that's what happened. I finally decided I was done being a victim to my emotions, because emotions are not reality. Emotions are my heart's interpretation of events. And what I needed to do is I needed to reprogram my mind in a way that it could take over my heart. Because my rational mind knew that I was better than that. But my heart was willing to die. So, one day, and it was almost exactly a year after our first breakup. So if you're new to a breakup, let me just tell you, there is hope. Even though I know right now it doesn't feel like it. One day, I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I smiled because I realized how far I'd come. And in that moment, I was able to thank God. I mean, sincerely thank God for the relationship experience. Because it's only because it sent me to depths that I thought I could never see. That I was compelled to rise up to heights that I had never imagined. And here's the hard part. You not only have to learn to thank God for the experience and the lessons of your relationship, no matter how toxic it was, But you have to be sincere. You have to work on this. You have to pray. You have to have faith. You have to understand that there are no bad experiences in this life. There are tough experiences. But the harder the experience, the greater the lesson. And we're all here to learn. We're here to grow. So I'm not going to say it's easy. And especially if your breakup is new, I know that this seems impossible right now. If you believe in God, start praying with sincerity that you can understand the lessons that you learned, that you can grow from them, and that you can become a better human being as a result of the very relationship that is paining you so deeply right now. Listen, when you get to that point, you will be liberated. And I'm here to tell you, great things lie ahead. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. And I wish that you can attain the greatest parts of who you are. Because you're great. With or without a partner, own that. Own you're awesome. Be grateful. Every minute of every hour of every day is a blessing. Sometimes you got to look for that blessing, but it's there. Do the work. You are going to heal.